What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me today. Oh my goodness, it is my favorite day of the week. It is challenge week. None of you probably noticed or cared that I did not release a video on last week's challenge, but that is what I thought. However, I did get called out on Twitter asking where last week's episode was. Well, let me explain it, and then we're just going to dive into this newest episode. I can't wait. So let's go. Guys, I'm stoked. New episode, new rivals, new issues. Let's get right into it. Alright, you guys, so during the filming, or I guess the editing portion of the most recent episode, or I guess the episode just before this one, I kind of said some gnarly things. I got pretty fired up during that challenge where Fessy went down against, our hero, our Saint Nelson, and put him out in kind of just like a very bogus and selfish way. I said some pretty gnarly things there. I kind of brought in Tori and Jordan's relationship, and I kind of spoke against people's characters, which I didn't think was a very fair thing to say. However, here are some of the highlights that I will just reiterate. Number one, I still think the hashtag Fessy has a small PP would be pretty great. I actually don't know or care that goes against his character, or may even be completely false, but you know what? The energy he gives off, he's definitely got nothing really hanging out down there. Number two, I told the boys, Corey Nelson, I actually took the time to make this TYB crew neck. Very subtle. People ask me, what's that TYB stand for? Tell them, man. Team Young Buck. I'm in your guys' corner. This is my official application. If you guys need a third member, Hunter's probably never coming back. He got screwed too hard by Ashley. Let me know. I'll be a loyal companion to TYB. So that is really all that you missed in the last episode reaction. But today, right now, you guys, I'm super excited. We have got the newest episode. It looks like it is called Skyfall on the challenge, season 36, Double Agents, one of my favorite seasons. Okay, that's not true. It's pretty darn good, but it's not necessarily my favorite. But I can't wait. This is going to be a great episode, great season. Let's go. So I guess I should do just a little bit of a recap. Tori and Devin won probably the weakest challenge I've ever seen. They had to fly some drones. They won. They voted. Everybody got Amber to be voted in, not necessarily Nelson. Everybody loves Nelson. Nelson pulled one of the greatest stunts last season that kind of made him top tier in my opinion, but Amber unfortunately kind of started some beef with Devin and blah blah blah. Tori wants to get her gold skull. Amber, I hate to say it again, but you are a pretty weak looking opponent. I don't know why you're making a big fuss about the whole weak player thing. Tori and Devin, they sent down Fessy, probably threw him a bone. Tori is probably banging Fessy at this point. Fessy went against Nelson in a very selfish and boneheaded douchebag way. And honestly, I have nothing good to say about the guy. I think he's kind of a jerk. And to make it worse, he rubbed salt in the wound, left Aneesa for Casey, which once again is just kind of a jerk move. But anyways, guys, we got the brand new episode. It can't get any worse. I mean, at this point, we've got people who want their vengeance. Let's just go.
You didn't give a about me. You didn't care that Nelson was close to me.
Yes, this is great. Okay, so Corey is actually taking the initiative to talk to Fessy, literally right after the elimination. And this is awesome because, dude, I honestly think that it would be so hard to have these conversations, especially because, as outlined in here, people just sit there and watch you. That is so brutal. But anyways, Corey, make sure you talk to him. Make sure people know, or make sure he knows that he did some foul play.
All you give a is yourself.
First of all, Josh, shut up, man. I don't understand him sometimes. It's just so funny that's Corey's doing this, in a good way. This is what I want Corey to do. And then of course you got Josh just coming in out of nowhere, being the big moron he is, rub salt in the wound. Here it is again. Corey Nelson, this is a message to you. I really hope that you do see this one day. I am 6'2", 220 pounds. I'm not super shredded or anything, but I'm a big dude. I'm fairly athletic. I would love, and it would be my absolute honor to be the next third member of Team Young Buck. I will constantly seek vengeance on, most of all, Fessy. Please consider it. DMs are open. All right, enough dilly-dally. I actually need to talk probably about the show here. So, basically, Corey is got his eyes set on revenge, which is good. I feel like there's definitely a time and place for revenge, and not necessarily just constantly voting for Fessy and his teammate. There's a time and a place for rallying up the house, getting people voted in, but I think if Corey doesn't play with his alliance or play with his friends and kind of just figure out the good and best time to do that. It's probably not going to happen. So, Corey, I think if you want to play it smart, you definitely need to take a look at the big picture. Get Fessy out. Get your revenge when it's time. Don't just like have your eyes set on like voting him in all the time and trying to get him out all the time. So that's kind of my thought. On another note, here is something that's definitely kind of fishy was, you know, Josh wanted to go down so bad. That's what this whole stink is about, and which is whatever. Personally, I actually think that Nelson could beat Josh. I think Amber M could beat Josh in Hall Brawl. He's a marshmallow, and like he's soft. He's got a baby neck. Josh is baby neck. Okay, there is some validation to Fessy kind of saying I had to do things selfishly because at the end of the day, like the winner goes home with $1 million. Like how selfish do you need to be to go home with $1 million? Personally, I think the way he did it and approached it, which I could make a whole separate video on my thoughts and opinions on why Fessy made a bad choice. And it just happened to be against Nelson, who like the world, everybody loves Nelson right now because of his selfless act in the last season. People have made crazy selfish moves in this game before, but just bad timing on Fessy's point.
I think the vets are looking at us like we are small.
Wow. The rookies are actually kind of banding together and making a plan to maybe probably get out a stronger player or a stronger team. And honestly, guys, like I think this is a great idea. Here's the problem with Tori this season, which I thought it was going to be Cam, but it's actually Tori. I think Tori thinks she's got a little bit more gusto than normal. I think she's like kind of put herself on a little bit higher of a tier than she probably should have. She's trying to do some big dog moves, and I think it's actually putting a pretty decent sized target on her back. Plus, she's calling the players weak, which they hate that apparently, which is so funny because you got like Big T, Amber M, those other two girls, which like they got to weigh like 90 pounds. So when it comes to Hall Brawl, like you're dead meat. But anyways, here's the issue is I think that at this point, these rookies could actually pull something off, and I think that it could be pretty bad for the vets. And honestly, guys, I'm pulling for a couple people. I'm pulling for a handful of people. I'm pulling for Aneesa because I think she needs to get her challenge win. I'm pulling for Leroy. I think he needs to get his challenge win. And at this point, I'm really pulling for Corey just because of the sake of Team Young Buck. But anyways, I'm really pulling for those guys. I just don't think Amber or Big T or those other two girls, like personally, like nothing against them. I just literally do not think they have the ability to win a challenge right now. I just don't think they've got it. You know, this is a rookie season. They don't have it in them.
Natalie, you are no longer cleared to continue in this game.
What the heck? Oh my goodness. So girls gone left and right. So Natalie has been deactivated from the challenge, and now Ashley is back. What is this? Okay, I actually kind of knew a little bit of this beforehand. I didn't know that Ashley was coming back. That part kind of blew my mind. Guys, I do not like Ashley. I think she's one of my greatest like fears of all time would just be like she walks into a room and we make eye contact and she scares the crap. I feel like my butthole would be this all the time. Like go from that to that, like every time she looked at me, just because I don't really like her that much. But I do actually know that Natalie had to leave the challenge because she was pregnant. So Natalie and I actually found out, I think, that it was a miscarry. So Natalie, you know, I'm very sorry to hear that news. You're one heck of a challenger. Seriously, she's a beast. I can't wait to see her back on a future challenge.
Today's mission is called Agent Down. This game is going to be played in 2 heats.
Strategy for this challenge would definitely be to get up the rope as fast as possible while the platform is still there. You know, just rowing it up, baby. And then running over and ditching the gloves. So I see that everybody's wearing gloves. You definitely got to ditch the gloves. And I would not hold hand to hand. I would go wrist to wrist. So have them ditch the gloves, grab my wrist right there. And then I think you could get a much better grip. I would have them cross over so that I could just have the straight on, you know, hold there, sit it out and wait it out. But I actually think, now that I'm thinking about it, I know that Jay is a rock climber, and I think that he might have an edge on this because, once again, Teresa, she's not a very big girl. So I think that would be my strategy. Ditch the gloves, hold on as long as possible, and dude, that is it. I swear, didn't someone cheat during this or something? I swear I saw a picture somewhere, maybe on Twitter or Instagram. Maybe we could check that out, but it was kind of sus.
CT and Big T.
Okay, guys, well, This is scary because CT and Big T have officially won, and good for them. This is awesome. I don't think Big T could really win challenges without having such a great partner like CT. I called this in a couple episodes ago that I actually think CT and Big T could actually make some huge waves, and I think that this is a great matchup. CT being the brawn, the big, huge meat shield, and having, you know, Big T be the person who doesn't create any enemies. She's very sweet and kind. So I actually think this could be a trouble team in a good way. But like I said, and like we kind of predicted earlier, I think this is going to be trouble for some of the big dog players. I think this could be huge trouble for Tori or Cam or whoever else, but I actually think Tori is going to be their main target just because of the whole like perceived as weak players comment. But this could be trouble, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So Big T is just pulling like this little party where she, like, you know, pretends to be the queen, and it's the cutest freaking thing I've ever seen. How can you hate this girl? She's just so precious. She's so cute, and everybody's taking it lighthearted, and I absolutely love it, you guys. It is so great. And I don't know if that's because, like, you know, she got a big challenge dub. You know, nobody really sees her as the big, huge threat, but it's just so nice and kind-hearted, and it's just light fun. That is what I love about Big T, and it's what I love about the challenge, too. So it's just fun. That is a great little piece. I love that she did that. It's so cute. Oh, boy. So it's looking like they are definitely targeting Tori, which sucks because I actually really like Tori. Not so much now that I know that, you know, the whole Jordan thing, which I shouldn't get into, and the whole, like, Fessy thing, and, like, I shouldn't get into. But Tori, dude, if I had to have the absolute hots for any three girls on the challenge, it would be Tori, Jenna, and probably Cam. Like, my three top girls right there, Tori, Jenna, and Cam. Just, I love those three, and like Tori's definitely like number 3 out of 3. Dude, Jenna's number 1 because I just love Jenna and Zach so much. But here's the scary thing, you guys. So depending on if they can get the votes to send in Aneesa, we are going to have a straight up classic Aneesa versus Tori. We're going to have friends versus friends, Devin versus Wes. I don't even remember who the first challenge was, but you know what, guys? It's starting to look like it's probably going to head that direction to Aneesa versus Tori, which sucks, which is kind of scary because I really don't want Aneesa to go home. And Tori is one heck of a player and one heck of a competitor, so it could be one scary final down there or one scary elimination. Ooh. You know what, guys? I said it in the last video that I didn't release, and I'm going to say it again. Amber M, Gabby, that other super small girl, Brittany, or whatever your name is, you guys are tiny. You're weak. Oh, my goodness. You guys, like, it doesn't matter if you are physically adept. There's been huge giants we're able to beat, or little tiny people were able to beat huge giants in the show. Jay beat CT last season, one of the craziest matchups ever, and Jay pulled it off. So like this whole thing where you're just like trying to play the victim of like we don't want to be called weak, and it's even funnier because Amber M is trying to play like the I'm such a big player, and you know she didn't do anything for this. She didn't do a single thing, and it's like it's going to be awesome to get the sweet taste of her just getting destroyed in a physical challenge, because you know what, there's no way that you're going to stand a chance. But I just think that she's trying to be a little bit tougher than she actually is. It's kind of stupid. And Amber, if you're watching this, nothing against you or your character. I think you're probably a great lady outside of the challenge, but come on, man. Stop trying to play like the big bad player right now. It's not real.
Devin and Tori, you have been compromised. Come on down. All right.
Wow, so no surprise there. Devin and Tori got sent down into elimination. This is awesome because, okay, I go back to what I said at the beginning of the show, or the beginning of the episode where I'm talking about who I want to win. I changed my mind. Definitely the top guy on my list, other than Leroy, well, in addition to Leroy, is Devin. I think Devin needs this win as well, and I think, personally, you guys, I think he's playing one of the best games he's ever played. Devin, man, I'm in your corner, bro. You got this season. Like, do what you need to do. Get Tori out of the house. Be the rogue, whatever. Dude, Devin, I'm in, man. I am super in with what you're doing, bro. Keep going. Absolutely insane elimination. Basically, we've got Tori versus Aneesa. So they sent down Aneesa, and this is just friends versus friends again. Basically, all you have to do for this elimination, pull a decently heavy cart down a track, get the balls out, throw them at a board that has X amount, able to be thrown through. And once you get all 13, you win the challenge or you win the elimination. So Tori's having some trouble with the cart. Now this is because she lost a ton of her momentum, and at the very end she doesn't have the strength to pull it that last little bit and get the cage to fall down. At this point, guys, like, Aneesa is way ahead, and this is not looking good. I actually am thinking that Aneesa is for surely going to pull this off.
Okay! I am happy for Aneesa right now.
Oh my gosh. Wow, dude. That was an amazing elimination. First of all, I gotta give it to Tori for that crazy comeback. She came back so far from the grave. Aneesa, if you're ever going to watch this, I gotta say this right now, dude. I want you to win for the girls. If you deserve it, you've been on this for a freaking decade. So, Aneesa, win this challenge. First and foremost. Second, if you do not win, this is my official application to be your partner for any other challenge, any future challenge. I promise, man, I think you're one of the greatest OG challengers out there. Dude, I would ride with you, ride or die on any elimination. I believe that we could totally do it. Like, you're crazy, and I seriously, sign me up. We could partner it up. Pinky swear right here. But anyways, oh my goodness, this was a crazy elimination. Aneesa beat Tori, and it was actually fairly close, but dude, Aneesa had it from the jump. And wow, that was crazy. Okay, so Aneesa at the very end decides to pick Fessy back as her partner, and
I'm still my man back, Fessy.
She chose me.
I think that was a decent move. I think that this increases her chances of winning an actual challenge way more and be able to have more power with the eliminations and with the voting. However, with all these people having to leave and Ashley coming back, it's kind of scary because, you just never know what is going to happen as far as like female versus male eliminations, guys versus girls. Like, you just don't know. So that's kind of a scary little aspect. But I do actually think that Aneesa's smart. I think this is probably a good move. Personally, I don't know what I would have done in this situation. This would have been tough. This would have been a tough call. Anyways, oh man, this was a great episode, you guys. Seriously, some crazy stuff went on. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it forever, dude. Let's just blow up that hashtag Fessy has a small PP, because I literally hate that guy. I really hope that Team Young Buck gets their revenge, dude. Oh, he's such a jerk. And Josh, you're a moron. Remember that I could beat you in anything. However, guys, this is kind of starting to be a crazy turnout. I do not know or have any clue kind of where this game is going. I think that they're going to have to do some maybe like gender fluid challenge eliminations. I don't know if that's even proper terminology. They're going to have to do some sort of gender free eliminations, just because they have 3 male skulls already. Natalie left, so they have 1 female with a gold skull, which means there's 4 other female skulls that need to be given and 2 more males. So I don't know, are they just gonna have like 4 female eliminations in a row? Who knows? But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in this week, and thank you so much to the person on Twitter who called me out for not doing an episode last week. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel like people are actually watching and appreciate my opinions, even though they're kind of weird. But anyways, thank you guys again. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Who do you think is going to be eliminated this next episode? This is crazy. I personally think that it's time for one of the rookies to go home. Let's show them how it's done. Make it be Leo. I actually think Michi's really funny, but Leo's Leo. I think Nam could beat Leo. Just throw Nam in versus any of them. Nam would win. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. We'll catch you on the next episode.